right, Zach. So Arizona State 27, Baylor 24, walk-off loss for the Bears against the Sun Devils. Um, that they were even in it at the end was something of a
Man,
miracle because they didn't play that well.
well, I mean, the offense didn't play that well, which was
Correct.
not something I had
Correct.
on my bingo card.
Correct.
Uh, so like this is like a confounding loss to me because
Yes.
it's like my expectation coming into this game was points, points, points,
Mm.
take the over. We're
Right.
gonna see a shootout, and we got the opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
And the defense played lights out. They
Right.
lost one of their emerging leaders early on in
Mm-hmm.
Travion-Barnes. They were already
Mm-hmm.
down Cooper Lands. They were already down Phoenix Jackson.
You do have to wonder, not to interrupt you, but you do have to wonder, like, so Travion was really firing those guys up,
Hmm.
and just how much, like, football is an emotional
Right,
game,
right.
and I'm not saying that they, wouldn't have had that kind of defensive performance anyway, but man, you're right, defense played lights out.
And then not to like I know, I mean, yeah, they lost, and it's because, in my opinion, the offense didn't get going. They were kind of missing things early on in the game, and you know, the defense got the stops. They were holding Arizona State to field goals and doing a great job on that front. And the offense just they couldn't put the two together. And then
Right.
when the offense started to get going in the second half, you know, the defense gives up a 61-yard bomb that leads to a touchdown, and
Yeah.
then obviously a costly penalty on DJ Coleman that leads to the game-winning field goal. So it was just like, I think at times both sides of the both offense and defense played really well for Baylor. Just never put it together, and that's why it's so frustrating.
Not at the same time, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I
Thank you for
complete.
coming to my TED Talk.
Yes, I completely agree with you. And I mean, there was inexplicable things happening, like
Right,
Josh Cameron fumbling twice,
twice.
or Sawyer throwing a really weird pass, and even listening to his explanation, which was a little inside baseball. Getting into the, why he threw it, where he threw it. I still didn't completely understand. And I mean, those are things you just don't expect to happen.
Right.
I agree with you that, like, we have come to expect this Baylor offense to be very explosive and to potentially, be able to win a shootout kind of a game. And tonight they just, spun their wheels most of about three quarters.
I can't. I was trying to think, like, when was the last time we really saw like the offense struggle like it did? And I think back maybe last year at Houston,
Mm,
which was kind of a clunker, but
mm,
defense came up. I just think Houston wasn't as Arizona State is a good team. Sam
mm-hmm.
Levitt, Jordan Tyson, they made plays when they needed to, even if they shut them down. So I just, I kind of pin this one more on the offense, just because I think
Right.
if
I completely
if,
agree.
if Sawyer and the running game and so many ifs, but that's why it's just I don't know. I'm just my brain is in a pretzel after that game, just because it's just it's everything that we expected. We saw like none of it.
Right. And it was kind of a boring game, honestly, for a good three quarters. It got interesting in the fourth. Uh, and again, I don't think we really expected that. I certainly didn't expect to see, I didn't really get into this in my column, but as many empty seats as
Oh,
as we saw. I mean, you're talking about a night game,
the
against the
defending
defending
champ.
Big 12
Yeah.
champ. I mean, I thought it was a pretty pathetic showing,
Yeah.
Baylor. Like, get out here and support the Bears, but whatever. I mean, like I said, I could have gotten into that, but I didn't in my column. I mainly saved it for the team.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was just kind of a stinker of a night for Baylor. Granted, it's one game out of the Big 12 season.
And I mean, this is the third year in a row that Baylor starts off conference play with a loss. One of those years, obviously 2023 was horrible for the Bears, and the other ended pretty strong. So, like, this could go either way. And I still think that there's enough hope, I know it's the hope that kills you, but there's still enough hope that maybe they can still do some things. And I don't think this game eliminates them, but like at the same time, it's very hard for me to, you know, we have so much tape on Dave-Aranda, and we have so much tape on kind of the kind of style that I think he wants to play. And I don't know if it ever will click,
Mm.
and
Mm.
I'm getting a little I'm a little worried for Dave at this point.
Wow.
I know, right?
I know. Yeah, like I can remember. It's so funny, like when you were your first year on the beat, and how bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed you were, and now here you are. It only took what into your third
Oh
season,
man,
and they're 2-2.
I'm already a
They're not.
cynic.
Yes.
Burn the place
And
down.
here I
Fire
am
everyone.
being the voice of optimism. Uh, I mean, I agree with you on some things. I think it's um as far as like Dave on the hot seat again, I'm not gonna go quite there quite yet.
Right.
But
Maybe I'm not saying on the hot seat. I
okay.
think what I'm trying to say is that it's just like uh, it's hard for me to like something drastic needs to change is
Mm,
what I'm saying. Like
mm.
I'm not saying like fire Dave Aranda. I'm not saying that. So please, but I just think like I don't know, maybe he should give up defensive play calling,
Mm,
or
mm.
maybe he should like, because like when you asked him about the DJ Coleman hit, and that was a huge moment,
Right.
and he said he didn't really see it. And I like I understand, all right, you're talking to whoever and you're doing your thing, but like if you're the defensive coordinator, you should probably
Yes, I
see
was
that.
a little taken aback by that. And then when I was transcribing it, I thought to myself, I think what he meant was that he wants to see the replay.
Right. Like it, yeah, right.
That's I think how I took that. And sometimes you need a little bit of an Aranda to English
That's
dictionary,
true.
you
That's very
know,
true.
because his mind works differently, it just does. And sometimes you have to go, huh? Where's he going? With this. But so I think that's what he meant. But um that those are fair points that you make about like maybe he should give up, the defensive play calling. If you have a guy that is your defensive
Right.
coordinator, maybe you should trust him to make those calls. Yeah, I mean, those are all fair questions and stuff that they maybe need to address. I don't know, can you do that midstream? That may be tough,
Right.
but
I mean, yeah.
yeah, I mean, at,
Where do you think they go from here? Like to me, this is I came into this game saying a loss here, and I think we're in for another kind of middling, um, kind of apathetic season where things kind of just kind of slide by
all
and
right, well, let me flip it on
yeah,
you because I feel like there was a moment where you may have said, if they get through the first four, 2-2, they're not in a bad spot.
true.
So
That's true.
that's where I
That's
will
true.
kind of flip it and say, um, I think they still have a lot of potential um, in a wide open conference. And I think their schedule breaks in their favor in terms of, they don't play Texas Tech.
Right.
They don't play Iowa State.
State,
They got Utah here.
Kansas State here.
Right.
What do
So
you think about Kansas State?
yeah, right. I mean, what I'm saying is like I learned my lesson last year burying these guys too soon, and there's
Right.
too many of the same guys out there
Hmm.
where I'm not ready to bury them. So um I do think I can completely understand why it's frustrating to them that they can't get these two sides to
Right.
hook up,
Right.
because here we've got 4 games now and they have not put together a complete game. And that is including last week against
Right.
whoever they played.
Stanford. I mean, I could argue they haven't put together a complete quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. So, can they put it all together? If they do that, then I mean, we could see some real fireworks out of this team. Like, the talent, you see the talent, and you saw major steps from the defense tonight.
Right.
And big plays in the SMU game by the defense that helped preserve that win. So, where do they go from here? Who knows? It's a big question mark, but
Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Right, they go to Stillwater, Oklahoma, which might be a good recipe for them to get back on track.
That's I mean, if there's one team that is even more frustrated, I'm sure it's probably Oklahoma State.
Sure.
Gundy right now.
Yeah.
But that's still a tough place to play.
It is a tough place to play. And I've seen a lot of Baylor good teams go up to Stillwater and fall flat on their face. Those were different Oklahoma State teams, but I mean, you can't, this is the Big 12. You can't overlook anybody. And if Baylor just thinks they're gonna, roll the footballs out there and flatten the Cowboys, I mean, I would not go in with that attitude. They're going to be pissed off this week, Oklahoma State, after what Tulsa did to them.
So, but dave-aranda said it in his press conference. He's pissed off too.
Yeah.
So everybody's pissed off.
I appreciated that he apologized before he said pissed off.
I don't know about you, but I don't think pissed off is a bad word.
No, I agree. I'm sitting here saying it. So
I know this is a Christian organization, but
it is funny to me that a devil named Jesus won the game. So
on Hispanic Heritage Night.
There you go.
Vamos.
Vamos. I like it. Let's get out of here.
Good night.
See ya.